Hello, this is Liz. Welcome to my little urban homestead and welcome to Fabric Friday. These are two pressing boards I've made recently. The larger one is about 19 inches by about 30-35 inches, and the smaller one is about 12 inches by about 15-16 inches. Because I haven't got an ironing board and I haven't got the space for one because of the legs and everything, so I think pressing boards are the way to go for me. So I've made these two, but I want to make a long one now. I also apologise now for the fact that I wasn't actually doing the things on camera because my tripod's broke at the moment, so I'm having to hold it by hand, and you need both hands to staple this fabric to it. I also apologise for what looks like a messy room because it is. When you've got bits of fabric all over the place, it needs a good tidying out in here. But I've been too preoccupied doing the chicken run this week. So this is the piece of wood that I'm going to use as a long pressing board. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to. I'm using a long piece of wood that was, I think it was the size of the bed we used to have a few years ago. And yes, I don't throw anything away, I save it because it will come in useful, and it's going to come in useful for this. So it actually has got a channel down it, and so this is going to be my wrong side. I don't want that for when I'm pressing. So because it's lying on my cutting mat and other work surfaces, I'm going to cover it. I've got some of this curtain fabric that is quite not very slippy at all. Will be brilliant, it is on the others, to actually hold it steady so it doesn't move on me. So I've just cut a strip of that, and I'm going to now staple it to it. Now the wadding I'm using on this, it's cotton because obviously the heat it's going to go through, and I'm using my leftover bits up. So I've cut enough that it will fit on here, and then I've got some iron-on interfacing. Just cut a bit of it, and I'm going to iron it so that it will hold together. I've also got this striped fabric. It isn't completely long enough for me, but it will give me a nice level straight edge that I can go against. I have ironed on some of the interfacing to hold the two pieces of the wadding batting together. So now this striped fabric, I think I might just see if I can piece it together, and so it'll be long enough. So I'll show you when I've done a bit more on it. I've started stitching it. I have stitched this stripe together to make it long enough, and I've started attaching it to the sides. I cut it down and then tuck it in and then staple it on. As you can see, I've done there, and I'll do that all the way along. It doesn't look that neat at the moment because I'm only putting them every few inches of staples Then I'll do the other side and pull it taut as I'm going round and fix that on, and then I'll go round and sort it all out. This is where I'm at the moment. I've stapled the sides, the long sides on. It's not exactly working out exactly how I wanted it, because I wanted these lines to be completely straight and they aren't, but it's still usable as an ironing surface, well, pressing surface for me bindings or anything else, and I can always put something on them to make sure the edges are straight. Now what I've got to do is the corners. I have stapled, put one staple in to hold the batting down. So now it's just a matter of folding in the corners the same as I have done the rest of it. Yeah, I've done the back and the sides, and like I said, it hasn't worked out how I wanted it because the lines are not that straight, but it's still a good long surface for ironing out strips or me binding or anything like that. So it's useful, and at a later date I can always recover it better. Oh, I apologise for the camera coming on and off, and one, I've still got noises now and again outside from the workmen, and two, I'm a cameraman as well as the person that does the things, and my tripod's broke at the moment, so this is what I've been able to do. Thank you. Bye.